Hi everyone, today is Monday, February 22nd, and the church celebrates today the Feast of the Chair of St. Peter. Now I know what you're thinking, another feast day for a chair, for a piece of furniture? Are you kidding me? It's not so much about the chair, although there is a literal chair involved with this feast day, but it is referring to primarily the office of St. Peter, the office of what we now would call the Pope. So Peter being the first pope in his office of holding that office of the Pope as the first among the apostles. And what's really cool is there's actually a statue that has the chair of St. Peter in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. And if you go there, you can see this statue. And I was just reading this morning that it's actually upheld by 4 doctors of the church, that there's a chair there that is upheld by 4 doctors of the church. There are St. Ambrose, St. Augustine, St. Athanasius, and St. John Chrysostom, all great doctors of the church. And it's kind of a significant image showing that these great doctors of the church, these great theologians, are upholding the chair of St. Peter, upholding the teachings and the office of the Pope, of the first among the apostles. But it's also an image that refers to all the faithful, not just great theologians, not just great saints, but all people who are called to uphold this office of the Pope. Peter in the Gospel tells Jesus who he believes he is. When Jesus asks, "Who do you say that I am?" Peter says, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Words that are inspired by the Holy Spirit in that moment. And with that recognition, Jesus gives Peter this office, saying, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." On the rock of St. Peter and his great confession of faith, the church is built. And then we are upholding that same church as well, with our upholding of the church in the unity of the Pope. So it's really a beautiful thing that in the office of St. Peter, there is a unity in the Catholic Church, that we have a Pope, a one head that brings unity to all of us. And we are called then to uphold those teachings, to uphold the teachings of the Church along with the Pope, to be united in that together. And so today, in the midst of a world that is somewhat baseless, somewhat confused, or simply always changing, you can never really get a firm foothold, we have the firm base of the church that is built upon St. Peter and his confession of faith. So that in the midst of times that are confusing or weird, really, we can always turn to St. Peter, and we can always turn to the church, and always turn to that same confession of faith that says to Jesus, "You are the Son of the living God. You are the Messiah, the one who God sent, and the one who saves all of us."